due to the Bulls not executing down the stretch, bad calls from the referees, just a huge foul discrepancy as well. The Bulls lose to the New Orleans Pelicans 111 to 115. We're going to get into it right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
This game was extremely frustrating for a few different reasons. The amount of time Stacey King and the announcers went to look at foul calls by the Chicago Bulls, or called on them or not called against them, there were at least 5 foul calls that the Bulls should have got that they should have been shooting. Ton of it. And I don't want to make this all about the refs, but when you look at the free throw discrepancy, the Chicago Bulls only taking 18 free throws in this game, and the New Orleans Pelicans having 36 free throws in this game. Both teams shot horribly from three-point range. Both teams shot 50% overall from the field. That free throw discrepancy is what completely blew this game up. The Chicago Bulls having 23 assists on 44 made baskets in this one. 15 turnovers. They won the turnover battle. Rebounds. They got out-rebounded 50 to 35 in this game. Those are the type of things that hurt the Bulls in this game and caused them to lose this game. Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan combining for 61 points in this game. That's what you want. I'm sorry, 66 points in this game. Mistaken by that. Just crazy. I can't count. It's 56. Why can't I count? It's 56 points. I can't count today. It is what it is. I'm frustrated as shit. This is just a frustrating ass loss, man. For so much, because the Bulls did so much in this game to be in this. And to their own discredit, there are absolutely times that their contributions, that their play is what hurt them at times in this game. So I don't want to make it seem like it was all the refs. The Bulls got outworked at certain times. They had 2 separate 10-point leads that they allowed the New Orleans Pelicans to come back from. That's just unacceptable. But outside of that, like, when you look at Zach, 9 for 22 in this game for 23 points. That's not efficient shooting, even though he had a really good first quarter. DeMar was DeMar. He was DeMarvelous again in this game. We got 14 points combined from Ayo Dosunmu and Patrick Williams, but they played some very key defense in this game as well. Zion came on in the fourth quarter, scoring 19 points overall in the game after having like 2 in the first half. CJ McCollum scoring 7 points in this game. He didn't come along, but Brandon Ingram, this turned into Brandon Ingram versus DeMar DeRozan, or I should say DeMar DeRozan versus Brandon Ingram and the refs and down the stretch of this game. And that's just extremely frustrating, man. Just extremely fucking frustrating how this game ended up turning out. This is going to be another one of those games where the NBA has to come out and say, oh, there was a missed call here, there was a missed call there. Like, it was so many calls that Stacey King was going back over, looking over the tape that should have either been called on the Pelicans, or the Bulls should have been getting to the line. The discrepancy, I said this before early in the season, the amount of games that are being dictated in the NBA this season by bad officiating as the train passes by, with bad officiating, is fucking terrible. It's disgusting. And I know I'm frustrated because my team has been on the wrong side of it. Had the Pelicans been on the wrong side of it, there would have been a Pelicans podcaster saying the same goddamn thing I'm saying right now. The officiating has to get better. Like, it's simple. This is bullshit. For this game to be dictated as much as what it was by bad fucking play of officiating. It's just silly. It's just fucking silly is what it is. It's fucking frustrating. And it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Alana, my heart is broken. I'm sorry, Alana. This game was some dookie juice. Man, listen. Now, granted, the Bulls had a ample opportunity to tie the game being down by 3, and DeMar DeRozan had a big turnover in crunch time that really sealed the victory, right? But damn, man. Damn. Billy definitely tweaked not putting Pat in. This one hurt, man. Yeah. Billy is a clown. Pat played amazing defense all on Ingram and Zion. Why is he being sat in the fourth? I don't know, man. Especially when you look at the fact that we needed size. They didn't go to Drummond either. If you notice, he did not go to Andre Drummond either in the fourth quarter when we needed some size. And Andre Drummond, despite looking out of sync, had the best plus minus of any Bull at plus 13 in his 12 minutes out there. Like, I understand having Dragic out there, right? Especially when you need some shooting. I completely understand it, the move of having Goran out there instead of Ayo Dosunmu. But to not have Patrick Williams out there and to not have Andre Drummond out there, to have Derrick Jones Jr. out there at certain times where they did, and then either Vooch and 4 guards, it did not make any sense in this game. Didn't make any. Brandy Nicole in the building, fucking turnovers and refs. This was a frustrating game. Really, again, another missed call. Should have been a jump ball. Absolutely. Overall clown down, game down to the refs and letting them stay in the game. Listen, the refs, the fact that they allowed, the refs just missed so many calls, fam. So many goddamn calls. Jonathan Aegis, Vooch was clutch. Vooch hit, listen, he couldn't hit threes for most part of this game, but hitting a big crunch time three for us. Down the stretch, Vooch has been good down the stretch in most games. No matter how Vooch plays throughout the rest of the game, even if it's not a good game, down the stretch of tight games, Vooch has always played good. Sportify says, don't like blaming the refs, but we could possibly have 2, 3, or even 4 more wins without some of these BS calls. Facts. Brittany Nicole, you put 60. Yeah, I had to change it. It should be changed now if you refresh. Man, there was no reason for Zach to take 12 three-point attempts. SMH only made 3. No, there was absolutely reason. What do you mean? Absolutely reason for him to take that many three-point attempts. Yeah, I mean, maybe you can say because he took a couple early in the shot clock, but Zach LaVine taking three-point attempts wasn't the issue in this game. Just wasn't the issue in this game. Sweaty bloke. Billy has a phenomenal defender sitting on the bench. What a joke. Ingram was good. And you know what? But Ingram was cooking. Could have used some Patrick Williams out there on him, right? David Williams, I'm sorry, but this is an idiotic statement. Just flat out. Patrick Williams' defense is what made the first half. And then he played solid defense, and then he was set in the fourth quarter. So, no, I'm sorry. I know that he's become the easy target in Vooch for you guys, but I'm sorry. Anybody who's blaming this loss on Patrick Williams is an idiot. I'm not gonna hold any words or anything on that. I'm already frustrated at the refs. I'll take it out on anybody. Anybody can get it tonight. If you come with some dumbass narrative like this, I'm coming at you because that's stupid. If you actually watch the game, I can't see how anybody who watched this game, watched all 4 quarters of this game, would even be saying anything bad to Patrick Williams right now. Because Patrick Williams defensively played his fucking ass off this whole game. I'm sorry, David. Sorry. Love you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a supporter. But that's a stupid ass comment. Period. Hella L2M calls coming out tomorrow. Hella. It's a lot coming out. And Bryant Washington, you left this comment. I already responded to you. This is another dumbass comment. I'm sorry. This is a stupid ass fucking comment. Because what P. Will played great defense in this game. And people always want to point like you guys have made P. Will the Vooch of this season, and I'm tired of it. I'm up to here with the bullshit of people who don't actually watch or don't comprehend basketball if they are watching. Because no, this has nothing to do with P. Will. Now you can say we need another shooter off the bench, but this loss has nothing to do with P. Will. Because when he was out there, he was playing damn good defense. Damn good defense. And he was set in the fourth quarter when we needed him. This ref crew needs to be investigated. Yeah, I mean, It really does. Vooch flipping them off is everything that everybody needed to see. Everything that everyone needed to see. Like, just bullshit. Hey, Haize, the fix was in tonight. I never heard Stacey King complain so much, but this game felt like the Bears versus Dolphins with the refs. I hate this crap. That push off by Ingram. That push off, right? The push off. The time that they called a foul on Javonte, when on the replay, you can clearly see Javonte did not touch anything but ball. The fouls on DeMar driving to the lane. This is crazy, man. Crazy. Billy's 100% at fault too. Billy did not. This is not a well-coached game from Billy Donovan down the stretch. Right down the stretch was not a well-coached game from Billy Donovan. $91 turnovers in the last few games. That's bananas. Bananas. Lee Education James says he sticks to his stomach right now. Bro, I'm frustrated as shit, man. This shit's crazy. Crazy. Big Poppy says, Haize, this is the second time that Billy didn't put Patrick Williams in those critical game. At some point, we need to talk about it. I mean, listen. And okay, somebody said that Patrick, wait, hold on. Because let me make sure I'm not tripping on this one. Because somebody in the comments said Patrick Williams was in foul trouble. Patrick Williams had one foul called on him today. So, no, Patrick Williams was not in foul trouble. One personal foul on Patrick Williams guarding Zion and Brandon Ingram. Four rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 4 blocks from Patrick Williams. He was 3 for 7 from the field, which isn't terrible shooting, but it isn't great either. But set out in the fourth quarter where we needed some size. Like what Stacey said at the end, people were going to blame the officiating, but in the end, this game came down to the Bulls' turnovers and lack of defense down the stretch. They couldn't get a stop when you needed one. Every time the Bulls came back to tie this game up and briefly take the lead, they couldn't get stopped. So I agree with that. And really, that DeMar turnover, when they were down by 3 and had a chance to tie it and force overtime, hurt big time. It's ridiculous. It really is. It's just ridiculous. Pat clearly got fouled on the fast break, and they didn't call it like they was right there. It's crazy how bad the refs are this season. I'm telling you. Sweaty broke. I'm sorry. Sweaty bloke. Ingram cooked because no Pat. This was just bad. This was bad on a lot of different levels. A lot of different levels. Refs hate DeMar confirmed. I think they're trying to make DeMar work for it a little bit more this season. This is disgusting to watch. I swear home court advantage means shit for us. The Javonte Love Fest got to stop because Pat deserved to be in the game during crunch time for defense, just like Herb Jones. Abso-fucking-lutely, Ricky. Absolutely. This is a frustrating ass loss for a couple of different reasons. It's a frustrating loss because of how we play, not lack of defense down the stretch, but it's also a frustrating ass loss because the refs, every time the Bulls got some momentum, the refs took it away. I'm sorry, Billy needs to go. Pat put the clamps on Ingram all night and he doesn't see the floor final 5 minutes of the game and Ingram goes off. Fire Billy. David Williams, to Sweaty Bloke's just point, if you got an ass and you don't fucking watch basketball, you probably shouldn't be here, especially on tonight. I'm telling you right now, I have no patience for dumbasses who don't watch basketball. That question is another fucking idiot-ass comment. 2 strikes, you got 1 more for tonight. Watch fucking basketball, David. How about you do that? What did P. Will do? Kept Zion to only 1 field goal in the first half. What did P. Will do? Push the break. What did P. Will do? Hit shots. What did P. Will do? Get blocks for this team when they needed it and played solid defense when he was in position down low. So there you go, David dumbass. You got it now. You got 1 more time. You got 1 more time today. One more fucking time. Dexter Reed, Pat plays solid defense. We lost because of our careless turnovers as a team and poor three-point shooting. Listen, poor refereeing, definitely. The three-point shooting in this game from both teams was fucking atrocious. The Pelicans 3 for 19 in this game, 15% from three-point range. The Bulls 7 for 27 in this game. Great point here. I would love to see P. Will on Ingram, not Zach, and definitely not Javonte Green. Listen, I understand Woo brings a lot of energy. Woo makes those plays that sometimes you're just like, it's nothing but pure energy and gut, right? But P. Will should have been out there today. He should have been out there. Period. Vooch really gave the refs. That's crazy. That just reminds you we're all human, right? Because he got frustrated as well. What up, Haize? The game is a prime example of why Billy D is incapable of taking this team to the next level. He doesn't know how to match up, and he doesn't call timeouts to stop run by the opponents. You're not the only one to say that. I'm going to start watching the timeout things. I can honestly say I haven't really paid attention a lot to like when he uses the timeouts. But yeah, Billy has. It's so crazy because we saw a very well coached and prepared team the last game against Toronto. The Bulls came in with a game plan that they executed well, and it was great to see. Great to see. But then you come into this game, and he just does not adjust well. Haize, why don't the Bulls ever challenge some of those back? Well, so keep in mind, the challenge isn't like in the NFL where you can just challenge anything. You can't challenge a non-call, for example. So, for example, like the play where Javonte, they could have challenged that because a foul was called. He could have challenged that where Javonte actually got all ball. Billy Donovan could have challenged that. The non-calls on like fast breaks or DeMar down low, you can't call a challenge on a non-call. Something has to be called and then you can challenge it. So, for example, like DeMar cut or the time Patrick Williams on the fast break where he was fouled, he clearly got hit in the arm and they didn't call anything. Billy Donovan can't challenge something like that. It has to be a call for you to challenge it. The NBA rules are a little weird. The first was good when Pat was on the court, period. Y'all blasted P. Will for missing that three in Boston. Now you wanted him out there. Y'all casual Bulls fans need to pick a damn struggle. Listen, and they out loud when it's something like this. Like David's dumbass, right? Coming in, the first thing, oh, this is P. Will. You got a P. Will. You got P. Shut the fuck up. Turn the hat backwards on David Williams. He's not worth it, bro. He's not worth it. He's just a fucking idiot, fam. All right, let's see what else we got. The way you cuss David out is how I want to see the coach cuss the refs out. I feel you on that. I feel you. A666. Whoa. Why the 666, man? Billy is so passive it pisses me off, and he never changes the thing until it's too late. P. Will needed to be on the floor the majority of the third and the fourth. That's a fact. Bro, I can actually call up P. Will right now because I know someone who knows him and tell him to just find another team because Billy won't put him in the game. That's crazy, man. Don't do that. Ingram was unguardable. It's on us, the L, because we couldn't get a single stop in the final minutes. It was hard to watch. I mean, yeah, that's why you would think that they would go with length and have Patrick Williams on them, right? I know we had some twos, but the refs got, my God, horrible. That's from, I don't know if that's C-Dub or Bobby, the Cognac Boys, agreed. The Low Show. What's good, Haize? Billy's second half coaching was the worst I've seen in a minute. P. Will had Ingram on the fucking lock the whole first half. When Billy sat P. Will, Ingram licks his chops when he saw Alex guarding him. And to Alex Caruso's credit, it was time where Alex Caruso was in really good position. Really, really good position. Ingram just, height sometimes is just a thing. Oh, I didn't think about this. Gets suspended for the middle finger. Listen, if they suspend Vooch for that, but they don't fine or do something with these fucking refs, it's an issue. So none of you can explain why we had Caruso guarding Brandon Ingram instead of P. Will down. No, because you can't make sense out of nonsense. You can't make sense out of nonsense. That was nonsense. That was nonsense. Just crazy. Crazy. I can't believe the officiating in this game. It was so bad down the goddamn stretch. Like, I've seen bad officiating, and we're going to get more games of bad officiating, right? It happens. I understand that. It happens. But the officiating in this game, though, was like, it's literally like they were hired by the New Orleans Pelicans. Literally like they were hired by the New Orleans Pelicans. I'm going to put a poll in here. I just want to see. All right, I'm putting a poll in the chat. This is my first time doing it. I just learned that I could even do this. So there you goes the poll. Go ahead and vote on that for me. But yeah, just crazy. Flight Sports TV's in the building. What's going on? What's good, Haize? Tough loss tonight. Bulls will bounce back. We're definitely going to bounce back. Definitely going to bounce back. But it is what it is, man. Artie, no, you still blame. You can do both, right? Like, we got to stop acting like it's either or. The refs officiating absolutely played a part in why this game was tight down the stretch. The Bulls still made some mistakes. They still had a chance to win the game and still made mistakes that kept them from doing it. But you can't ignore what the refs did either. You can't ignore what the refs did. Again, Devontae, have you watched the game? Have you watched the game? It's not blaming the refs. It's holding the ref. When something is real, it happens. Brian Ventura, Haize, we got to jump David, man. That's funny. Nah, David, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. There's always going to be idiots in the chat. Wow. Jose Vega, Chris Fleming should get the call to finish games. Don't be surprised if he's our next head coach. Don't be surprised if he's our next head coach. And I'm not saying immediately. I'm just saying whenever Billy Donovan moves on, don't be surprised if Chris Fleming isn't the next Chicago Bulls head coach. DeMar is a beast, but why have we totally gone away from Zach for game winning or tying? We haven't. We went to Zach in a couple of games down the stretch, but when you look at it, down the stretch of this game, Zach wasn't shooting good. In this particular game, Zach LaVine was not shooting the ball well. Down as good as the first half he had a great first half. Zach LaVine did not play a good second half at all. So it made sense when you got to keep in mind, part of the thing that makes DeMar so dangerous is not only his ability to hit tough shots, but his ability to get to the free throw line. So when things get tight like this and Zach LaVine isn't shooting the ball well, you are going to go to DeMar because more times than not, DeMar's going to get a bucket or a foul or hell, both of them at times. So that's why they go to DeMar down the stretch, especially when Zach LaVine is not shooting the ball well. Walter Kutcher with the super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel, my brother. He says, in the hospital awaiting ankle surgery. Thanks for keeping my mind occupied. Love you, man. Love you too, Walter, man. Thank you for being a big supporter of this channel. And thank you for that support down the stretch, bro. By the way, we are still edging towards our goal of 10,000 subscribers by my birthday, which is December 5th. Me and Brandon L. Jet's birthday, for that matter. So make sure you guys go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. All right, so we did the poll. We got 129 votes on the poll, and I asked, should P. Will have been in during the fourth quarter? 94% of you guys said yes. 6% said no. 6% of you guys are smoking cocaine. This is it. 6% of you guys are smoking crack. We need Javier versus Ty. Look, it's funny. It's funny that Joker literally has not been back since I flamed him. Has not been back. That's crazy. Brian says, I'm going to head off, Haize. This tough loss got me fucked up. Love you, man. Be safe. You be safe out here too, Brian. Appreciate you, brother. I feel like the whole fucking team is a bust at this point. No, it's not a bust. Come on, man. Not saying it's going to happen. How would you feel about Ime Udoka was Chicago Bulls? I tell you what, as a team that's trying to steer away from drama, that's not going to happen. They're not going to move off from Billy Donovan anytime soon either. But what I'll say is this, like, I always think about the fact of if the Bulls would have hired Udoka instead of Billy Donovan, what this team would look like. I always think about that. It always comes up and I think about it. 6% of you guys smoking that K2. That's funny. The Education James says, bro, y'all really think that DeMar turnover was the defining play? We were down 3. It was too late. The chance of another clutch 3. Laughing my ass off. No, I don't even think that's. Keep in mind, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But if I remember correctly, at the time of the DeMar turnover, there were still 19 seconds on the clock. So we didn't even necessarily need a 3. DeMar could have did his little dribble thing and got a shot or got to the free throw line and probably still had a handful of time left on the clock. At that point, if DeMar did get the bucket, right, a 2-pointer, it's a 1-point game. If he got the foul on top of that, it's a tied game. If he just got the foul call, DeMar's making those 2 free throws, it's still a 1-point game. What that allows the Bulls to do at that point is to foul early. It'll still be a 3-point game, but then you get another chance at it. Probably at that point you got 5 or 6 seconds left on the clock when it's all boiled down. But the Bulls still would have had another opportunity. Not necessarily saying he would have hit a big-time 3, but at that point in time, he didn't necessarily need that. The Javonte BS foul changed the game. Yeah, I mean, it definitely played a part. It was 18 seconds. All right, see, I didn't think I was too far off. 18 seconds. Absolutely, don't be surprised. Our 9 winning streak last season when Chris Fleming is the head coach is not well, keep in mind, no, we got to correct it there. The 9-game winning streak was not all Chris Fleming. We were already 4 games into that winning streak when that happened. But even with that said, he still played a part in that winning streak, and he did make some pretty key adjustments at times. But keep in mind, Billy Donovan was still, it's not like Billy Donovan was not still calling in. He was still coming up with the game plan. Chris Fleming said all this. It was still Billy Donovan's game plan, game to game. Billy Donovan was still involved in it. Really, at that point, Chris Fleming, though, and the thing that highlights is he was quicker to make adjustments. But the reason why I say that Chris Fleming may very well be the Chicago Bulls' next head coach whenever it gets there, I'm not saying it gets there this season. I'm not saying when it gets there. Whenever it does is because with that poll that was done before the season started, Chris Fleming was voted as, I think, either 1 or 2 as far as the best assistant coaches that could be a head coach. So don't be surprised. With that type of thing, AK and Eversley are looking at that, and they're probably trying to group whenever it happens, because eventually it's going to happen. No matter what happens, eventually it's going to happen. So well, we didn't win. No. And again, Chris Fleming was only a coach for half that winning streak, but it was not all luck. We hit 2. It was 2 key game winning threes in that, but that whole run was not all luck, fam. Way too many Sky is Falling fans showing up lately. It's barely November. That's always a hilarious thing. Always a hilarious thing. I'm trying to wrap my head around. I'm still trying to wrap around my head if some people in these comments didn't truly watch the game, saying officiating wasn't horrible and part of the difference maker that the Bulls lost. People don't watch the game. I tell you this right now. People don't watch the game. They look at the box score. They try to figure out what happened by the box score, and then they say, oh, this is why. Oh, what do you mean? Oh, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. David, your own mama don't believe your point. You need more people. We don't believe you. You gotta shut the fuck up. Like, you gotta shut the fuck up. And never win anything? I mean, we've won games. What do you mean never win anything? That's just false right there. So shut the fuck up. Just shut up. You take your crystal ball, rub that motherfucker, shine it up real nice, and shove it up your ass. That's what you can do. Just shove it up your ass. Because that's the only place that it belongs. Officiating was the difference maker. Absolutely played a part. Absolutely played a part. Let's see. I would love to see Vooch and Drummond play. No, why? You want us to lose? No. Come on, man. Come on, fam. No. The Pelicans fell asleep for a few seconds and got the refs to help them wake up. That is funny. We got to go after Kate. What? No, come on. What the fuck are y'all talking about, man? What are y'all talking about, bruh? Like, what are we talking about here? We have heart toughness, but we need bigger forwards. Wingspan is not enough. We got pushed around. Well, it's not just about wingspan. Right? It's not just about wingspan. It's not just about us getting pushed. Now, Zion's going to push people around. Zion absolutely pushed people around. And Valanciunas, surprisingly, like, the way that Valanciunas played in that first half and even in the third quarter was crazy. Nobody really expected that. Oh, my God. What? No, Mike. Stop being the Sky is Falling Bulls fan. Stop. No, we're going to make the playoffs. Stop it. Stop. Just stop. Stop with it. Yo, David, don't forget to turn that son of a bitch. That is hilarious, man. Chris, I understand, Chris. Listen, this game got me frustrated as well, man. Blah in the building. Missed the game due to work, but here's my breakdown. P. Will is trash. We need to trade him for Zion, play Tony Bradley, and fire Billy. Did I cover everything? Yeah, you pretty much covered everything that David and other people who don't watch the game would say. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Bro, I never said P. Will didn't play well. I said we need a legit backup power forward for when P. Will is out and another shooter. When P. Will is out. I don't disagree with that. I really don't disagree with that. I'll be honest. Like, when you talking about when P. Will is not in the game, like, we'll see, man. Drummond didn't play much in this game either. Only 12 minutes from Drummond in this game, which is crazy. I wonder, and he looked out of sync out there. He didn't look really himself either. I wonder if he came back a little too early, but yeah, Drummond only getting 12 minutes in this game definitely was felt. No, why would we start Javonte? Again, RD, did you watch the game? That's what I'm going to start just asking people. Did you actually watch the game? I can tell by this comment you didn't. And also, I don't know if you guys saw the stat that came out. The lineup of the starters with Javonte actually has one of the worst plus minuses of any not starting five, but any 5-player combination in the league. I think they were like number 3 as far as worse. No, Javonte does not need to start. Crazy. Austin says, Haize, by the way, I like your shirt. This is out of pocket. It's funny. Make a poll at the beginning of each stream asking if you watched the game. Listen, everybody's going to lie. Like, I'm just telling you that right now. Donovan's rotations are not that great lately. He needs to be on the hot seat about his coaching and stuff. Oh, but when I said, and I posted it, the video was on the members only video. But when I posted it, everybody was in the comments. Oh, what? Billy's on. Why would Billy be on the hot seat? It's too early in the season. I don't necessarily think Billy should be on the hot seat either. Honestly, all jokes aside, and I don't think realistically he's going to be, not with a year left on his deal. But listen, there's definitely some coaching issues on here. Definitely some coaching issues on the team. Coming from a different stream because apparently other people think the Bulls are perfect even when they lose. See, and that's not one thing. Like, one thing I always try to be here is always fair and honest in my review. When the team sucks, I say the team sucks. They had some awfully bad mistakes in this game, especially down the stretch of DeMar. The officiating sucked for the Bulls over the course of this game. The Bulls didn't do themselves any favors down the stretch either. And then the rebounding discrepancy being what it was is just honestly fucking disgusting. The free throw discrepancy was disgusting. 36 free throws for them, 18 for us. They got 50 rebounds to our 35. Just ugly and fucking silly, to be quite honest. Melvin, listen, I've shitted on people early in the season and preseason saying he was going to be a bust, but for those who haven't seen how aggressive and a factor he's been the past 2 weeks are dumb. Exactly. Some people are so caught up in their narrative. Brandon, you know what? It's funny because not all the members watch. It's on the members tab. If you go to videos, what day did I post it? Because I'm due for another members only video. So that one was probably a week or so ago. Give me 1 second. I posted that on October 31st on Halloween. Yep. And it looks like only about half the members watched the video. We need the Sky is Falling Bulls fans voice impression. The next time I get a stupid comment, I'll read it in the Sky is Falling Bulls fans voice. Oh man. Tariq T says 196 watching, only 45 likes. Give them, first of all, we had 215 in here at one time, man. Come on, fam. Get it together. I can't believe Goran Dragic got fouled on a tip in, and these refs didn't give him any free throws. Also, Valanciunas done traveled like 5 times this game, no calls. Absolutely. Hello, bring back the Todd voice. That's funny. Here is my honest thoughts on the game. With a little better defense or a little better official calls, the game was winnable. Don't worry, people. I mean, the game was winnable even without those things. This was a very winnable game for the Chicago Bulls. This isn't the issue of the Bulls just not being in this game or not being in position to win this game. Absolutely, this was a winnable game for the Chicago Bulls. Absolutely winnable game. Cyberboy Plays says, see Haize, gotta go catch you next game if you don't have to tune out of the game early. If I don't have to tune out of the game early. Appreciate you, brother. It was good to see Lonzo behind the bench. Yeah, he's been out there for a couple of games too. Isn't Vooch? Yes, Vooch is leading the league in rebounding currently. I don't know still after. He hasn't rebounded well the last 2 games, but yeah. LaVine is looking good, quiet at times, but finally he is showing aggression. Wishing Draymond Green comes to Chicago to teach and lead. Draymond Green is not a leader. Tell you that right now. He's not a leader. The ref helped their ass win. I can't believe the Bulls didn't win this game. We had the game. Thank to the refs cheating ass. It was more than just that, but that definitely played a part in it for sure. Derek in the building says, let's just say you'll be the only Bulls podcast I choose to listen to from now on. Thank you for calling a spade a spade. Well, I appreciate that, Derek. I appreciate it. There's a lot of good Bulls podcasts out there, but Lord knows, like, losses like this, it really shows the difference between like people who can be objective and people who don't. And that's either good or bad. There's some people who are just can't be objective in everything. They just see the good in everything. And there's some people that aren't objective and they see the bad in everything. I try to be even keel. There are some things and sometimes where I can be negative as well, but I don't ever stay there. Usually if I come in firing off negative, I'll take a second and I'll be like, all right, listen, this is how I feel, but this is what really happened. This comment is so mid. The fact that you have a Dragon Ball Z as your Avi is mid. The fact that your name Dave is beastly is fucking mid and seems like you want to be a furry in real life. That's the mid shit going on here. How about that? How about that? Nelson Mandela? What? I must have missed something. Do you see us having a big turnaround kind of like the Celtics did last year? Well, I think the Bulls are going to keep in mind, Zach LaVine been missed 5 games out of 13, right? Yeah. So it's going to take some time, right? It's going to take some time. Zach's still working himself back from injury. Patrick Williams has been in and out. So it's going to take some time. I don't know if it even takes to midway through the season, but I do think this team is eventually going to work it out, get on a run. It's going to happen. These post games are so cathartic, especially after a loss. After a win, it's all love. It's like a family barbecue. Absolutely. Absolutely. The whole screen name is changed. Dave is not beastly. Oh, man, that is hilarious. Come back later in the season when the team isn't playing. Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the fuck up. Have a good night, Brandon. Reginald Short. Gotta stop doing that Bulls fan voice. Haize, what's the reason the Bulls couldn't expand and keep their leads? Also, BI contained by Zoe in the fourth. What I'll say here is this, is that the Bulls have to stop the scoring droughts. They have to stop. And until they get to the point where you're not seeing the huge scoring droughts from this team, it's always going to be something. You're in here trying to talk tough, and you're saying somebody else is triggered? Dave, you're literally triggered, bro. You're leaving multiple comments. It's okay, man. It's okay to be triggered, bro. It's okay. I understand, bro. I understand that you are very triggered. It's okay. It's okay. Listen, I promise you. I tell everybody this all the time, bro. I tell this all the time. I understand that you have daddy issues. And while I am a father, I can't be your father. I'm not here to coddle you. I can't be your parent. I can't do it. I'm not here. Listen, your mama may have sucked off a lot of black dudes in their life. Like, it may have happened. It wasn't me, though. I did not come inside your mother. I didn't. So I can't parent you, bro. I can't do it, man. I'm sorry. I apologize. It sucks to be fatherless. I don't understand that because my father's been around. But I promise you, you're not going to fix your daddy issues by raging in the YouTube comments. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Dude really went and made a separate account so he can be in here and then talking about somebody else being a fanboy, bro. Come on, man. Listen, I understand. I understand. You probably saw your mama sucking a lot of dick. I understand it, but it sucks. Haize, you're disrespectful to me for my opinion, and you are younger than my oldest child, and you need... No, I don't give a fuck about your children. Your children are probably just as big as dumbasses as you. I don't give a fuck about your kids. And I don't give a fuck about your respect. Bitch, this is my house. Let's be clear here. This is my shit. I will respect you when you earn it. Respect is earned. You, sir, are a dumbass, crybaby ass, bitch ass dude. So there, you don't get any respect. I don't respect you. I'm going to keep disrespecting you. If you keep being in here, I'm going to still give it to you. And so you can shut the fuck up. You can take that, take your kids, shove that up your ass too. You probably got diddled a couple of times as a kid. It's fine, right? We understand it. I don't give a flying fuck about your children, bruh. Don't give a flying fuck about your children or me being younger than them. Fuck your kids, motherfucker. Fuck your wife. Fuck your lady, fuck your mama, fuck your daddy, fuck your ancestors, and more importantly, fuck you. So how about that for disrespect? Now, since you have now been thoroughly disrespected, shut the fuck up. That's what I got to say to that. Brother, your dad is... I don't give a fuck if your dad's black. Bitch, what the fuck that means? There's a lot of black-ass fathers that sons is getting their ass whooped right now. And you got that verbal lash. I don't give a fuck about your dad. Fuck your father, motherfucker. How about that? Now, with that being said, you got anything left to say? Do you now feel thoroughly disrespected? And I promise to God, I swear for motherfucking God, you can show up and I will change your motherfucking life in person and on this motherfucking live stream. How about that? Now, do you got something else to say, David? Do you got something else to say, Dave? Please let me know if you got something else to say. Please let me know if you got something else to say. Because I tell you what, you say you got kids my age, I'll have my young killers fuck the hell out of your daughter and your mama. How about that? Don't fuck with me, bro. Don't fuck with me. Talking about something you disrespected. Fuck your respect, motherfucker. How about that shit? Oh, you want some too? He said was a follower of yours. You should be more humble. See, when people call for somebody else to be humble, it's to make them feel better. My humbleness ain't for your fucking comfort. You can take that humbleness and you can shove that up your ass too. I'm Haize, motherfucker. I ain't never gonna fucking be humble to the point to where I let somebody say some stupid ass shit in the shit that I built. So how about that, motherfucker? FNU gang visuals? Bitch, you ain't in no motherfucking gang in here talking about some be humble. Shut the fuck up and stop perpetrating, bitch. How about that? Humble that, motherfucker. How about that? Now, what else you got to say? Does anybody else have anything to say about being humble? Anything else? They got kids older than me. Does anybody else have anything to say? Please let me know. Okay, that's what I thought. Let's get back to the basketball. Bulls made some mistakes. Refs stunk, but they're still getting used to playing together. We have a lot of new players. It'll be fun. Well, we really don't have a lot of new players. Like, let's be clear. We got 3. We don't have a lot of new players. But with that being said, it's still coming together. It's still coming together. Well, then you're a fucking dumbass and you shouldn't have left that comment because we don't play Bulls highlights here. So what the fuck you talking about? And my name is Haize, bitch. Say it right. Well, I'm off here 64 in the same city as you, goofy. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Anybody who uses that I'm in the same city bullshit as a fucking defense is a bitch. I don't give a fuck what city you in or from. There's bitches in every city, and you probably one of them, dumbass. How about that? Goofy motherfucker. Bye, Haize. I'll see y'all Monday. Oh, man, that shit is funny. Oh man, that is hilarious. Oh man, there's no Bulls highlights here. There's only Haize highlights. Oh man. All right, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. Oh man. That is funny. That is funny. Oh, please believe, bro. I ain't never. If you think I'm talking crazy in it, I will say everything I say on this channel in any motherfucker's face. How about that? Thanks for making us laugh after the bitter loss, Haize. Yeah, this loss sucks, man. You guys already know. When live streams after losses be almost crazier than the ones after wins, man. David definitely making alternate accounts. Little Famo says, why wasn't Pat in the fourth? I'm done with Billy Hard gum chewing at. Y'all be on Billy Donovan in this gum chewing. Like, real talk. Haize let off so much steam after the game on these old heads. Super, you must be new around here, bro. This ain't even me mad. This is literally me just having fun with dumb people. Like, this is literally all it is. I have fun. Like, I get enjoyment out of talking shit to people. I'm just waiting for Haize to see this dude called pornography. Oh, I saw it. I'm ignoring that shit. Nobody with their name pornography has any room to say anything. Your rants to David and these others remind me of Denzel Washington from Training Day. I'm Haize, bitches. King Kong ain't got shit on me. That is so hilarious. Oh, man. Haize, I really do like your channel, but can you please tone it back on the No, this is my channel. I'm going to be me. The one thing that I've always said is I'm going to be me on this channel. And it would not be me if I didn't call people stupid who are being stupid. That would being disingenuous. So I'm sorry. And I understand Gibbs the future GOAT. I understand if you got to check out for it, you got to check out. But I'm sorry. I'm always going to do this to lesser extent sometimes. But no, this is always going to be me. Always going to be me. The crazy thing is this isn't even petty Haize. It's not. That's why the hat isn't backwards. That's why the hat isn't backwards. I'm saying, I just want to see. Listen, the channel's growing fine. It is. The thing is, and this is the thing that I realized, right? I had to think for a while on if me being me and if Petty Roosevelt was going to hold back the channel. But the thing that I honestly think, and this is all jokes aside, is that as long as I'm genuinely me, the thing's going to keep growing. And that's all it is. I'm genuinely me. I'm always going to be genuinely me. And as long as I'm being genuine, then I'm cool with whatever it is. All you dudes in the chat will need to go suck your mama's tit. Y'all funny. Y'all funny. Needed this laugh. This loss was painful. All right, y'all. I'm only supposed to go on live stream for 45 minutes. I got to go over and live stream on Locked on Bulls with Pat, so you guys can go over there if you want to. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on your way out as well. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure that you follow the show at Bull Central Pod on every social media platform. If you got any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, unless you're Dave, you can send an email to bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text and or voicemail for our Saturday and Sunday mailbag episodes, the number to do so is 773-270-2799. We are the #1 spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. Love you guys. Peace, y'all.